Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you today? Well, I hope you had a fantastic day. As for me, I had a restful day. When I say restful, that means non-eventful, but just to be alive and not busy just doing what you need to do and what you feel to do. That's what I call restful. Nevertheless, I've had a thought. I've been looking at the housewives of, no, they're not housewives, I'm sorry, sister wives. And I've been looking at marriages and how they work and how, they show that, there could be more women to a man and how it could work. And how I see that that line of thinking is horrible. And not only is it horrible, it's horrible to me all over the world. You can't have a relationship with more than one woman unless you can afford the woman and afford them all. Well, anyway, that just got me to thinking, and I came up with one thing, and this is what I thought, and I would like to share that thought with you as we proceed to do the brown round. And that is, how do we ever find peace on earth? And you know what I come to the conclusion? There isn't any. Because everybody has their own ideas, and everybody decides what is right, what is wrong, what is kosher, what isn't. What is morality, what isn't? And because of the confusion, we have no set answer. So everyone runs amok in believing and living to their highest potential or their lowest. Or they're in between. But nevertheless, this is why we're never going to have any peace. So if you're looking for peace, it has to start within, day by day, step by step. And everyone has to participate. Well, with that being said, my little old words of wisdom, I just was pondering on that because the sister wives has really gotten under my skin and caused me to think. But with that in mind, I can't do the brown round without the baby Crone. Come on in here, baby Crone, and your beautiful self.
Baby Crone.
Although she's melting away before me. That's all that running up the steps in college is doing it, huh?
Yes, it sure is.
Well, you look so beautiful when you're blue.
Oh, thank
Blue
you.
moon. Okay, I'm aging myself, but that was before me. But you look very beautiful today.
Thank you.
So what's going on? Let me get comfortable. We can't do anything. You gotta throw it back and give it to me. Now stop playing. Stop playing.
Yes.
Now they need some.
Yes.
There we go. Woo! Do you feel energized? I do. Thank you for that stroke of lightning. What is it?
Yes.
A streak. That streak.
Oh, okay.
Hit. Whatever. Lightning.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, baby, what did you think briefly? What did you think about what I was saying about peace on earth before we get started?
Yeah, peace on earth is what we need. Everyone just needs to get along. And honestly, we need to stop treating people the way we do with unequalness.
Do you think it ever happened? I don't see it in my
No.
lifetime.
Yeah, it's sad to say I don't see it. It just feels like it's getting more like a scary place out there. So,
But yet the world is beautiful.
that is
It's
true.
so beautiful. The world is so beautiful. And to be a part of it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Even if we're for a moment, we are part of all this beauty. And if you could know how beauty it is and how beautiful it is to see each other, then there would be no murdering, no killing, no nothing. We would love one another. But let me get off of the holy matrimony globe, because I've been looking at sister wives. No, not sister wives. What it is?
Yeah, sister wives.
And they have had me in a roly-poly, honey. So anyway, let's get on with this news. The roly-poly. I feel like I've been rolling around, but it has challenged me mentally and spiritually. So go ahead. I'm ready.
Yes, so starting off with the news, we gotta get it out with the Kardashians a bit, because they've been flooding the news.
Gag me with a spoon. Please don't.
So first, we all know Kourtney is trying to separate herself from the Kardashians.
Trying to?
Okay, well, you're right. She is separating herself from the Kardashians, so not attending this award show.
She feels as though enough is enough. She feels as though we've made it. We've got more than we could ever spend.
Especially after the lie has been exposed to.
Yeah, oh, really?
No, like the lie that the Kardashians...
Yeah, it's like enough already. We have more than enough. This is oversaturated. Just, you're not going to work me like a workhorse. I'm done. And you know, the one thing about Kourtney is, far as I'm concerned, she is the original Kardashian.
Yeah, you're right. She kept it true.
The original. In other words, I don't think she had very much of anything done to alter her face, her widow's peak, you know. She looked Armenian and she's beautiful. Beautiful. And what I love about her, she looked natural.
Yes, she looks very natural.
She doesn't look fake.
Nope.
You know. So I just wanted to give that to her, you know.
Go Kourtney.
Go Court. And I tell you who's on the rise.
Who?
And I'm sorry, I don't know what you had, but I got to talk about it. Just see brains sit.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw Kimberly last week kick Khloe's gown, I don't know if she did it on purpose. She pondered that though.
She
was
did.
like, She was like, But you know what Kimberly looked like? She looked like a little tiny doll compared to her statuesque sister with breasts and butt and just curves. She didn't even look like, she looked like I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong. Kimberly has a beautiful face. It's aging because it's starting to look hard. No, it looks good, but it's starting to have that breast bitch face. And I'm being honest. That's from Botox and all that. But yes, and fillers, it will do that. Trust, I know. So with that being said, with her face, but that's not enough anymore. She has a little tiny body and little tiny breasts. When she stood amongst her sister, she didn't even blend. It was like she has honestly, it looks like she has a grown up face with a little girl body.
That just shows you how much weight she has lost.
And what's that little girl we know, the 22-year-old that we was looking at? You know, because...
Oh, yeah, Shauna Ray.
Uh-huh. She's a Shauna Ray. Okay. And I'm not making fun of Shauna Ray.
No,
I'm saying I think that Shauna Ray is very pretty. I really do.
Really is.
And nicely built. Mm-hmm. Nicely built. You know, she says she has the body of a
8-year-old.
I'll give her 13. I'm giving her 14 because she too built. She's got some beautiful legs and she's got the personality.
Yes.
So when I say that about Kim, I'm not saying it as a put down. I guess maybe, but I'm more saying it as your face don't meet your body.
Right. It just doesn't match.
It doesn't match. You look malnourished because you got this heart face, but your body looks like the body of a child. It's just, and when it compared to Kourtney, you was drowned out. The cameras, Khloe, I'm sorry. Sorry, Court. The cameras just rolled on her. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Khloe was the bomb.
Looked good.
Honestly.
She
and
wore
didn't
that
she
color.
leave Kim in the dust?
No, what happened is that Kim, well, yes, on that
I'm talking about in looks.
Yes, in looks.
She couldn't even touch, couldn't touch her sister.
No, not at all.
And if Khloe, and what's her name?
Khloe.
If Khloe want to, Khloe is statuesque. She's got the body. Kim can't touch her now. Not with the body she has. And look, that body is nice for a lot of women that like to be small and petite.
Yeah.
That's fine. But when you're looking at a model, it doesn't look good when you're short and you're tiny. So if you're going to be short, have some curves, have some bam, you know, and that's for anybody. You can still be small, but when you're short, you gotta pop poo. You know what I mean? You gotta do a muscle. You know, I saw these muscle people on TV, and Killer Sally.
Yes.
That's a good documentary. Anyway, when these men puff, it's like their bodies just absolutely inflate like a balloon.
Yes.
It's mind blowing. Oh my God. Whew. Anyway, go ahead. Okay, I got a little excited.
Bodybuilders.
It's just the neck. they just can make them blow up where you see the veins, like somebody went, and they go, and in the back of their calves, their back, it's just mind-blowing,
Yes.
mind-blowing. Okay, enough.
It is
Go ahead.
very impressive.
But that goes all the way back to how, when I saw that, and I'm not even trying to be facetious, Kimberly got lost. She didn't fit. It was like she drowned. And you know what? She knew it. She could have just walked off and said, somebody come and move this. But instead, you kicked the gown.
Yes.
She kicked it. Oh my. And I'm not saying she meant to, but from an onlooker, it looked like you was trying to get her attention and wanted her to know that her gown was in your way and move it. It ain't all about that because you didn't have to kick it.
Exactly.
You didn't have
and
to kick
you knew he was in front of cameras.
Right. And it wasn't like she kicked it. She pondered it.
Yes, you
like
saw
she
the
was
foot
like,
should I?
Should I? That was a little bit of jealousy because for the first time, the cameras wasn't on you. They were on your sister. And Khloe, you got it, girl.
Yes.
You are it. You're the it girl. You're it. You're it, Khloe. You did that. And you got the body to prove it. You look now. Don't get too emaciated like your sister Kimberly. You look good. And don't get me wrong, Kim look good when she's posing for Skims.
Yeah, of course.
Because you can't see her standing up. You ain't putting her up against nobody.
Exactly.
You know, you put her up against somebody. You put up against Kylie. That's another one. You can't. No.
However, I guess Kim can say she won that night because she literally won an award for.
But that's why
Skims.
they went there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it was
A award that somebody made up
Yes.
to give it to her.
It's an annual award show by Amazon. However, this was the first year that this award was made by Jeff Bezos, who is friends with Kim Kardashian.
There you have it.
Now you know why she got it. However, Tristan Thompson wanted to pay for their daughter's birthday, and Khloe did not like it.
No, she wanted the money, but she just being silly. But I'm gonna tell you something, Khloe. When it comes to something like that, let a man take care of his child. If you want to do it, sis, let him do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make your insecurity your baby. You should have thought about that before you laid down and had her. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, don't do it. It ain't good. You won't win. You won't win like that. Why? Because you're doing negative. And goodness never come out of negative. You all should have figured that out. By now, even Kim got exposed. Even the mother. Nothing you do in the dark, it will be exposed. Don't do that. I'm telling you. That's not good. So what's her name? Khloe. If you get this message, if anybody get this message, please give it to Khloe and tell her don't do that. Don't do that. The girl is entitled to a father. And if the father want to pay for it, what is it to you? We know you got money. Maybe one day he won't. So let him take care of her.
Yeah, that is true.
You know how some of these basketball, football players go broke?
Yes.
We don't know. I hope not, but we don't know, right?
Yes.
But the way your dynasty is, y'all built to live several generations, right? Y'all already got the little kids working, so y'all got money coming in, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's from the kids, right?
Yeah.
I even seen Saint in a commercial, but go ahead.
I just realized this. This is very interesting because after Kim Kardashian won this award, I've been seeing Skims ads for her bras. So
there you have it.
That's very interesting.
And I want you to understand they are expensive. What is it, $60-something for a pair? What, a pair of panties is what, 30-something for one pair of panties, the high tops, and for the shapewear, what is it, $60? Yeah.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna be honest. I purchased it because I wanted to know. I don't like the way they fit because it seems like it fits more like a thong. And nobody wants to walk and it rises in between, if you know what I mean. So I didn't like it, and I thought the waistband was up real high. And I guess it can be like that if you're wearing high jeans.
Yes, that is
But
true.
outside of that, you'll see that. So she needs to make it 2 different sizes, and the underwear, I don't know how to say it, for somebody who tried it, it doesn't work for a big booty girl. It's more like a thong. If you want that feeling, if you know what I mean. It's thick too, so just so you know.
Well,
but they sexy, but that's all. They look sexy, but they're uncomfortable from what I purchased, as you know.
Well, enough of the Kardashians.
Oh, excuse me.
No, that was all we had of the Kardashians.
I know it's more, but go ahead.
Yes. So Kanye. So Adidas apparently is selling his shoes because they have this contract, but the contract says that Ye is supposed to still get paid even though they're selling the shoes. However, Adidas have made it very clear they're not paying Kanye. They're not paying Ye for these shoes.
You know, here we go. Karma, you didn't design them, or you helped it, whatever. It says that Ye designed them.
Yep.
You can't take another man's work. I don't give a hoot. You can't take another man's work and say, well, we don't care. We're going to do it anyway. That is going against the law of nature.
Yeah, that's a major fuck you.
To nature. Because when laws are set in place and contact, you have to honor them.
Exactly.
So be careful what you're doing. Apparently, Kanye is working with the man upstairs, okay? And he's been coming through and showing through like I told y'all. Y'all, listen to old Kanye, I'm telling you. Yeah, he goes off the rail. I get it because of the way his mind be probably thinking, and he doesn't have chance to filter it because he's always in the media. I understand that you get like that when you have rushes of wisdom that come through you.
Yes.
It can come out in a way you don't mean it to come out, but sometimes you have to take a day or 2 or a week to filter it, to understand it, and I think that's what his problem. I think he doesn't have the time to filter out the wisdom that he gets from the universe.
Yes.
Because he's definitely a channeler. So I don't think he have enough time as a person that channels. I don't think he gets enough time to sort it out and make it make sense. So we get it raw. And sometimes getting this energy raw, it doesn't come off good. But I want to say this. I am so glad that I saw Candace, which you all know, I adore Candace Owens. She supported him. I was leery about that, but she came through, so.
Yeah, good job, Candace.
Good job, Candace. You didn't leave them in the lurch like some of his other friends did.
Yes.
Like Kimberly did.
Anyway, speaking of Ye, we got Dave Chappelle on Saturday Night Live talking about Ye, the Jews, and Trump. And we all know Kanye and Trump were like good pals, so I don't know what Dave Chappelle was trying to get at here. But
I think he was just making fun at Kanye on one hand, and on the other hand, making fun, in my opinion, of how ridiculous it is. On one hand, and on the other hand, how sick Kanye had to be to do it. So it was like that.
Yeah, well,
what's your opinion about it?
My opinion was, really, I felt
It changed?
No, it didn't.
So or was?
It is.
Oh, okay.
My opinion is.
Okay, I just wanted to know because you said was like it changed. Okay. All right.
That Dave Chappelle was making light of the situation.
I felt that.
And also underhandedly not trying to expose the Illuminati, because he was saying the Jews don't run Hollywood. We know Jews
That's
run Hollywood.
who runs Hollywood.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
But
even a lay person like us who's trying to get ahead understand that Hollywood is run by Jews, and for a long time it was ran by Harvey, what's his name, Weinstein. We know all about it down in these parts.
Yes.
So we already know. Well, I already know back in the day of rap.
Yep, you're right.
Know? I know what is the man that used to carry Whitney Houston. I forgot his name. You know, come on. The list goes back a long, 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 long way. You know, and that was during a time where white people didn't want to deal with blacks. But the Jews was always eager. You know who remind me of the Jews today?
Who?
The Asians. They're willing to work in the black communities, sell the black hair, sell all with the black, in their restaurant. They could be I'm going to say it, a Chinese restaurant in the slums. You can go at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night, go to a Chinese restaurant and get yourself some shrimp fried rice in the right neighborhood, black. Okay? I know that for a fact, because when I lived in Philly, I couldn't believe it. So, yes, it is. So, this is what the Jews was like 50, 60, 70 years ago. They were the ones that would go into the neighborhoods and wasn't afraid to sell you insurance and work with you and be real nice. That's what this remind me of. I hope that you could see that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and now they're above that. They don't do that anymore, you know. Now they own jewelry stores and
Yes, you're right.
they on the big in Hollywood. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You earned it.
Yeah. So, a little bit of sad news. Well, good Jay Leno with the garage fire from his car. Thankfully, he did say he will recover in just a couple of
Jay
few
Leno, what were
weeks.
you in there doing? What were you in there tankering on that you daggone near blew your own self up? Come on, Jay. I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah.
I am glad he got singed. They said not his eyes and his ears. So I know that had to have been a frightening experience,
Yes.
and I'm glad that he got out all right. But I don't know how bad he was burnt, or maybe he was just singed. We don't know. But I'm glad he's okay.
Yes. And also, in sad news, Takeoff's funeral was on Friday. And he also died in an intestate, which means that he died without a will.
Yes.
So his estate and pretty much everything went to his parents.
And his mother and father wasn't there, and now they got beef. Isn't that what you call it, sweetheart?
Yes.
Now they have beef. Look, at the end of the day, this is how I would be. Whether he was there or not, that's his conscience. I would just split it. You take it and I take it. That's what I would do. I wouldn't fight over it, because nevertheless, it is his father. You know, you cannot say it the way, I don't know this man, so I'm just voicing an opinion, but I don't know this man and how he was to his son. But for those that aren't and wasn't, they always come in at vultures. I'm not saying that Takeoff fathers like that, but you know them, they always come in when the child hit it rich, or they graduate, or they become something big. The old father called up from underneath of the rug, from the dusty places, coming, remember me? You just want to say, what? I want to let, lollipop, please.
Lollipop.
Gotta find a name. Ninja has been taken. Lollipop, please. Sucker. That's what when I'm saying lollipop, I'm saying sucker. So instead of me saying sucker, lollipop, please. Go on.
So, a little bit of entertainment news.
Please.
Yes, to lighten up the mood, we saw, well, firstly, Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion is on November 28th. I hope to catch you guys watching
And I think that Ray J is moderating it. He is the moderator, I think.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. But I think I'm like 99% sure that he is, because I think he's going to be the moderator of it. Because they're going to go back in history. And when does it come on?
November 28th.
Yeah, and you know it's going to be like that for a while, because a lot of people are going to start remembering the past, because this year has taken out a lot of people. And let me say this, famous and non-famous.
That is
Remember, you are a star in your life. How many people have you lost in your life? I know that I lost someone very dear to me. I lost my sister, and I lost a friend of mine. So I lost 2 people this year. So.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We got to see Lidnsay Lohan in her Falling for Christmas. Alex, bless you.
Excuse me, allergies.
Yes, you're welcome. And she looked good. She looked a bit older, but she is 36. But it was nice to see Lidnsay act. It was a good movie.
For a baby Crone.
Yes. And Lady Crone helped me remember the name of the movie I was comparing it to, and it was Overboard.
Oh.
Yes. That it's like Overboard.
It was a
Christmas
parody
twist.
of it.
Yes.
But it was nothing like it, but you could see the parody of it.
Yes. More about TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I love me some George Lopez. So Lopez versus Lopez is airing every Friday on NBC. It is really good, and it's a father-daughter show, so that's nice to see as well.
I don't have nothing to say about it. I don't know.
Don't.
I don't even know. I don't even look at that. Is it good? I can't fool with you. Is it good though?
It's a little sentimental. The premise so far is that George Lopez is a father who doesn't have any money and is basically living in his daughter's house rent-free, and they're working out their family problems. But his daughter's also married. But anyway.
What's so wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, you should feel at home. You should be able to go home. You should be able to...
At first he was lying about it and was pretending he was... Well, I don't want to tell the premise of the show, but he was lying about basically having money, and then it turned into a sentimental
spoiler
plot.
alert.
Yes,
Spoiler alert. If you don't want to know, just click off for a minute.
We're only 2 episodes in.
Right. So
the 3rd episode airs this week.
okay, so that's what you talk about. All right, go ahead on. You just talk about George Lopez while I talk about my sister wife. That thing got me tangled. Trust me.
Oh yes, this was very interesting about Britney Spears. Millie Bobby Brown is an actor. Millie Bobby Brown, that's her name.
And you know, I don't know who she's talking about, but she does entertainment. So go ahead, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yes, if anyone's, I know you haven't seen the show. It was more of a sci-fi, but if you know Stranger Things, she played 11, the bald-headed girl. She's grown up now, and Millie says that she really connects to Britney Spears, and she would love to play Britney Spears in a movie. Yes, and then a few days later, Britney Spears made a comment on social media saying, I heard people are thinking of making a movie about me. You guys must really want me dead. So I don't know what Britney popped off about, but okay.
Well, I get it. Why you want to memorialize me? I'm alive. Most people we do memorialize are deceased.
Oh, yeah,
we give
true.
Documentaries of people that's alive, like what was the killer?
Killer Sally.
Killer Sally. She's still alive in prison. So yes, you know, when we did Weinstein, when we did Bobby Brown, when we did R. Kelly, they are alive. Nobody does movies about. Come on. Yeah. That's just like doing a movie, or when they old.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I want them to still do the movie on Lena Horne. Even though she's before my time, I would love for them to do a movie on Lena Horne, a real, authentic movie on Lena Horne. Of course, you know, I've seen a lot of movies of Whitney, of course, after her death. But, you know, we're still going to go and knock out the new Whitney.
Yeah, it looks good.
Why are you giggling over there?
I started singing Respect in my head.
Whitney Houston didn't sing Respect.
Oh. Wow.
You got the wrongest person. What's her name? Respect. Oh, it's gonna come to me. I don't want to say the big fat woman.
Oh,
I can't. Aretha Franklin, right? Yes, that's good. You got it mixed up.
Anyway.
I would have understood it if you would have said Jennifer Hudson, but she was all way over there with Whitney.
Oh wow.
But Whitney would have taken that as a compliment.
Oh, that's good at least.
Mm.
So we're gonna move on to music quickly. I did listen to Taylor Swift. Well, I analyzed one of Taylor Swift's songs called "Anti-Hero."
Didn't understand it.
No, and the lyrics was still not helpful, but taking some of the words she talked about, like narcissism, and really reflecting on not wanting to look at herself, I could see she's really taking a look at how she views herself against how society views her.
It's an oxymoron if you ask me, because it's like she is the antagonist, but she's also the narcissist.
Yeah.
She's her own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's deep, but it's childish deep. Like a rhyme. It's deep.
You're right.
But it's like, to me, the undercurrent is from a woman that has dealt with mental abuse, that has dealt with some kind of abuse, 100. But the way that it's delivered, it's like pop. It's like pop. It's like for a young girl that's not going to really sit down and get what she's talking about. The undercurrent of the song is very deep. But the outer of it, it's a good pop song. You could sing it, but it definitely let you know she's gone through some things. Yeah. That she struggles with herself.
Yeah. Well.
And how old is she now? 32?
I forget.
I think she's 32 or 33.
But her song "Anti-Hero" has been #1 for the last 2 weeks.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Now that it's been 2 weeks since her album has released, she's no longer dominating the top 20s with songs. So there are some other artists.
Who else is #1?
No, I'm not sure exactly.
Hey, music person, you supposed to be on that. Yeah.
I can't.
Hey, you can't be doing it now, and you be slip. What that word? You be slipping. Come on now, keep it together.
Okay.
So anyway, what's your next topic? I could talk about that while you
let's
looking.
see. Oh. Okay. I guess Drake must have released a new album.
Is he one?
No, he is number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
So who's #1?
Taylor Swift still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Beyonce in that?
Last time I saw, she was at 31.
It ain't no way. Even though
she's at 38.
Even though I like the song, that album struggled.
Yeah.
It got a lot of feedback. If they give Beyonce an award, y'all know this is power upon power.
Yeah.
Because you gotta understand before Beyonce, it was the heavyset girl. What's her name? The flute player. Lizzo. And then it was a guy, a white guy. Then
Sam Smith?
Well, I don't know, but it was, and now it is
Beyonce.
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
And you said she held it for 2 weeks, and Lizzo held it for what, about a month? She held it. So, and Beyonce held it for about a good week or two?
A week.
Or 2. So,
2. Be gracious there.
But I'm just going to figure out how, when it come down to the awards, how they going to do this.
Yes, that's very interesting, because I believe the Grammys are coming around soon.
And I know that Beyonce probably, well, I don't know, I believe that Beyonce wanted to play homage to all the other people. However, my thing is, because of the backlash, I just feel like you need to make your own music. You bite off for people. You got to stop doing that at this point.
Right, yeah, so
And I think that was her downfall.
The Grammys aren't until next year,
Of course.
January. Oh no, February, my bad. But they're already talking about the nominee list.
Who is the nominee then? I'm curious now.
It's not loading.
Well, okay, there it is. Where's your nominee? So it is. Maybe we should bring the computer in, and maybe it'd be better for you to work on if you had the computer instead
Yes.
of.
I don't know about record of the year.
No, I just want to know who the nominees. Can you just name like 5 of them?
Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. So here's some people I see. What is this? Oh, okay. So some albums that have been listed. We have Doja up there for her
I could
album.
see that.
Justin Bieber's nominated.
What, have he made music?
Yeah, he has. Who
Well, we
else
know
is here?
Drake is going to be
Yeah.
there.
Oh, Billie Eilish. Her.
Yeah.
It's nice to see hers up there.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X, of course.
Of course. What did he make?
His song "Call Me," Industry Baby.
That was last year.
Yeah, that came out at the very beginning of this year. Yeah, it came out in like
It seemed like
February or March.
it seemed like as far, no offense,
No.
it just seemed like as far as music, it's like he came and conquered and died.
Yeah, for real.
Like
That was
not
the only
died
album.
like that, like he just died. No, he had baby X. And then he died.
Yeah.
He had 3 songs. He had 3 albums, I think. The Riding and the Pony. And then he had Industry Baby. And then he had The Baby, where he gave birth to another, and where Satan was slithering down.
Call Me By Your Name.
Call Me By Your Name. Now, and it seemed like he made those 3 albums. It seemed like he struck it rich, and he's dead. He's going to have to come back with something.
Yeah, I mean, the most you see him is in ads.
But you know, I learned something about Industry Baby.
What?
Like, if you go to a club, they won't play his music there. Because of the content, darling.
Okay.
I mean, I would have an issue if I'm there with my man and he go, hey! No.
Yeah.
I could, but he can't.
I got you.
Hey, that's my girl. I'd be like, lollipop, come sit down.
But Taylor Swift, not her newest album, but an album she released earlier this year was also nominated. So
And you know, our girl Megan Thee Stallion, was she in a whole different department?
yeah, though that was just albums that was nominated.
Well, you haven't named Beyonce.
No.
Okay, well,
Okay,
she'll
clearly.
make it on there somehow, some way. I think she'll make it on there. I don't know. It's too close to say. It's too far away to say. What else is going on the brown round?
Yes, and the last 2 topics I have to talk about are science related, just briefly.
Woo! No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
So we're going to start with Elon. No, we're going to start with Artemis. Artemis is a space program that earlier this year launched a rocket to the moon to test if something can orbit around the moon like a satellite orbits around Earth. And it was successful. So now just this morning, Artemis launched another rocket to the moon to test if this rocket is safe to transport astronauts to the moon.
Yeah.
So we're now, science is now ready to start traveling to the moon again. So that's exciting. We're living in the times we're traveling on the moon again, guys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I remember when man went to the moon.
I know, I can't wait. I'm living that time.
You living in that time.
Yes. Oh, I
Wow.
can't wait to find the discoveries they're going to find on the moon. And lastly, we're going to talk about Elon Musk. Even though he doesn't own Artemis, he still is into space, but he's owned Twitter now, as we all know. And so Elon Musk is planning on, I'm not sure if it's fully up. I will have a snippet right here if he's fully gone through with it. But $8 a month for a Twitter subscription.
What is a Twitter subscription?
Yes, I was getting ready to explain what a Twitter subscription is. You basically, so like that is for Twitter, a verification means you are the real thing, you're the real deal, and therefore anybody else that tries to pretend to be you can't be you, so they have to state that they're a parody account. So that's just basically buying like a, what do you call it?
I don't know.
A copyright? Not a copyright.
I have no idea.
It's like buying a trademark. There we go.
All right. Well, you finished?
Yes,
Well,
I am.
I want to pick up on something else, some entertainment. Well, right here I found Khloe Kardashian. You could put this picture up. I don't think so, but they saying Khloe Kardashian's super skinny legs almost disappear in tight jeans as star promotes promotes giveaway after drastic weight loss. I don't know. All I know is when I saw her, she looked fabulous. But you know those models are tall and slinky, you know. So anyway, they said her legs, you know, that ain't fun. That's funny, boy. That's funny. And on another note, I read something here, not that you care. It says Young Miami responds to critics who thought her attire at Takeoff's celebration of life and celebration of life. Well, it was spinning, and I didn't. Celebration of life ceremony was inappropriate. So I guess we got to show what they were talking about. So please, we're gonna put the pictures up. So anyway, well, that what was going on, and like I said, it's not too much going on. Is it really? Is it other than the same old gibbly gobbly goop?
Yeah.
But we try to go through and get things out that's entertaining, and sometimes it's just abundance. But after the tragic would take off, it needs to slow down.
Yeah.
You know, and this is a time of reflection. But remember, this is a season and it's going to shoot up. But in spite of everything, you know, the Kardashians still was making news.
Yes.
And before we leave, let me say this. It has came out that Pete Davidson is dating, what's her name?
Oh, I don't know.
You see it, you got it. You got to look it up. But anyway, and it is allegedly that Kim Kardashian was not being totally honest about the candle and all of that. That didn't happen, or
Emily Ratajkowski.
whatever, spell it. You can put it up here.
Yes.
So that's who he's been dating for a minute, right? And he denies that. Well, they had a little fling in the hotel, but she denies it. It's a whole lot of rubbish going on with that.
Yes.
But it just seems to me,
Childish.
he went with somebody, she has a child, and I believe you got your phone.
I know, I'm just like, Pete, what is with you and picking up these women's
just looking
children?
and make sure. But I believe that she has a child. She's a model. Maybe she doesn't, but I thought that I heard that she has a child, and that they were dating for a couple of months, and that he had no intentions of going back with Kim Kardashian. With that being said, please.
Yes, she does.
Okay, have a child. So please, while you doing all this, why don't you just keep Kanye's name out of your mouth? Because you played a big part in it too, by flaunting, throwing it in his face. You never, ever, ever, which you do because she just broke up with another man. So you go after women that are weakened and need a little love, and you go in, and that's been your pattern. You follow women that has ended relationships, and then you go in as the cleanup man. Man, you better be careful before you bite a hold of something that's going to blister you up for a lifetime. I'm just saying. And always jumping in the bed behind these people. You don't know what these people have. Yo, chill. You've been warned. You've been warned. Stop jumping in the bed with these eager women. And you would gotta understand, why would I want to be with a man that just was with another woman?
I have no idea.
And this is what he does. Come on, you girls. Come on, you white girls. Come on. Y'all coming off pretty desperate. And y'all sleeping behind one another. I'm telling y'all, STDs is real. Okay? Be careful out there. You know? Well, that's all I have to say. Is there anything else?
No, there's nothing
Well,
else.
that's all I got. And I'll be back to do a reading on who?
Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Well, that's all we have. I thank you for joining the Brown Round. Have a great week, and hopefully we'll see you next week with another episode of what's going on in this world and in the world around us. Ciao!